The annals of those who traverse spirit and steel seldom record the folly of trust so vividly, yet here it unfolds before us. In martial God Asura, chapter 737 to 738, Lan Xi's intuition, once her shield, falters against the subtle snares of poison and deception. Chu Feng races through the forest, the final formation aperture tantalizingly close, unaware that Lan Xi writhes under a hidden curse, her spirit power struggling against the unseen chains of treachery. Outside, Lan Yanzhi trembles with guilt and fear, while Wang Long's predatory delight weaves a deadly trap. What unseen consequences lie in the shadows of this poisoned clearing? The story waits, and destiny trembles with it. In the shadowed reaches of the ancient forest, a tension simmered like coiled steel. The wind whispered through the towering pines, carrying secrets and silent danger. And at its heart, a young martial disciple faced a test that would ripple through his fate. Senior Lan Xi, do you truly trust me so blindly? Are you not wary that I might have tainted this fierce beast meat? Chu Feng's voice danced with teasing mischief, yet beneath it lingered the sharp edge of caution. Lan Xi's lips curved in a serene smile. I am not afraid. Somehow, I sense that you mean no harm. Her eyes, clear as still water, met his with quiet confidence. Sense? Chu Feng raised a brow, curiosity mingling with suspicion. Is your intuition truly that unwavering? A flicker of hesitation crossed her features. It depends, she admitted, her tone a whisper of mystery. Chu Feng's grin deepened, sharp and knowing. Suppose I had poisoned it, what then? Lan Xi's face paled slightly, a shadow of doubt flitting across her features. You haven't, have you? Haha, of course not, he said lightly. Yet even in jest, his warning carried weight. But heed this. Your role as a world spiritist grants you the power to probe the essence of things. Never accept the offerings of others blindly. Examine them with your spirit power, for once trust is broken, regret arrives too late. Lan Xi nodded, appreciating the counsel. I will remember. Thank you. Though she didn't fully grasp why Chu Feng had spoken so suddenly, his sincerity was undeniable. He watched her a moment longer. Waiting for your sister? Her eyes darkened with worry. Yes, I lost her yesterday. I searched endlessly, yet found nothing. Even the talisman I left for her failed. I fear. Her voice faltered, shadowed by concern. Do not despair, Chu Feng said, a calm smile tugging at his lips. She is returning. Injured, yes, but not gravely. Lan Xi's gaze snapped outward, spreading her spirit power like rippling water. Yet in its reach, there was no trace of her sister. Doubt flickered. How? Chu Feng said nothing. With a fluid motion, he leapt forward, vanishing into the forest beyond the ancient city walls. And then, like a spark awakening in the dark, Lan Xi felt it. Her sister's presence, faint yet undeniable, threading through her spirit sense. Heart racing, she surged after it, racing into the forest's embrace. There, amidst the dappled light, she found Lan Yanzhi. True to her fears, he bore marks of injury. Yanzhi, what happened? Lan Xi's voice trembled with concern. Sister, nothing to worry about, Lan Yanzhi replied, weaving his practiced tale. I was surrounded by fierce beasts, had to hide myself. His calm facade masked the clever deceit beneath. Lan Xi exhaled, relief mingling with a spark of unease. His injuries were minor, barely more than scratches, yet her instincts pricked. How could she not sense him earlier? How had he concealed his essence so perfectly? Meanwhile, Chu Feng pressed on. Day by day, he scoured the forest for the elusive formation apertures. By the fourth day, 7 lay revealed under his scrutiny. On the 5th, 6 were shattered in their ordained sequence. Only one remained, the final threshold to the hidden core, the culmination of a quest bound with spirit power. As he advanced, spirit senses extended like lantern beams through shadow. Then his steps faltered, his face paling. 3 presences struck him at once, Lan Xi, Lan Yanzhi, and Wang Long. The combination was unnatural, troubling. Lan Xi's aura twisted violently, poison. Her body betrayed her, spirit energy corrupted from within. Why? Why did she not heed my warning? Chu Feng cursed under his breath, a storm of frustration and urgency coiling in his chest. But hesitation had no place here. Like a streak of lightning, he surged toward them. 1,000 meters away on a sunlit grassland, Lan Xi writhed. Her face flushed crimson, her breaths shallow and uneven. Tender lips quivered as she fought the poison clawing through her veins. Resisting its insidious grip, beside her 2 figures loomed. Wang Long's eyes glimmered with predatory delight, wild desire surging uncontrollably. Lan Yanzhi, in stark contrast, trembled, a mixture of shame and fear etched upon his face. "Yanzhi, well done," Wang Long crooned, voice thick with lust. "Go, leave us, I wish no interference with Lan Xi." His body radiated a bestial hunger, every movement charged with dark intent. "Brother Long," Lan Yanzhi warned, trembling, "you have yet to set the spirit formation for imitating the aphrodisiac beast." "Leave!" Wang Long's fury flared. A gale erupted from his movement, sweeping Lan Yanzhi away. With a thought, a concealment formation bloomed, shrouding him in Lan Xi, isolating her entirely. "The aphrodisiac beast?" Wang Long scoffed, derision dripping from every syllable. "Nonsense, I seek Lan Xi, and now she is mine. Why hide her?" Desire and arrogance intertwined in his laughter, rising like a storm. "Even if she protests, what can she do? I have obtained what I covet most." The concealment formation cloaked them as Wang Long's shadowed intent grew, his hands reaching toward her with possessive hunger. The forest seemed to hold its breath. With a sharp motion, he brushed her face, flames of desire igniting unchecked. "I cannot resist," he growled, rending the delicate skirt she wore with a tearing sound that echoed like a dark symphony. And thus, in the forest's heart, the scene was set. Poison, deceit, lust, and the clash of willpower. The stage was ready. The fates of disciples and tyrants entwined, and the battle of spirit and flesh had begun. In the shadowed heart of the Millennium Ancient City, chaos stirred like a coiled serpent, ready to strike. A presence, silent yet terrifying, shattered the air itself. Chu Feng arrived with the swiftness of lightning, the very instant Wang Long's madness erupted. Emerging from the obscuring veil of the spirit formation, he landed before Lan Yanzhi, his figure cloaked in black, a conical hat shading his features. Mystery hung around him like a storm cloud. Lan Yanzhi recoiled, her voice piercing the tense air. "Ah, who are you?" she cried, her eyes wide with terror. Her recognition faltered. The stranger before her was cloaked in shadow and intent. But Chu Feng's gaze, ablaze with fury, found her. Rage twisted within him. Memories of Lan Xi's kindness and the cruel betrayal she suffered at Lan Yanzhi's hands surged like a tempest. Without a word, his palm struck her face and she collapsed, unconscious. The concealment formation shivered and shattered under his next blow, fragments of mystical energy scattering like leaves before a storm. Wang Long, previously lost in his unrestrained desire, froze, his eyes wide with disbelief. "Who are you?" he roared, fury igniting within him like wildfire. Chu Feng did not answer. His attention was fixed on Lan Xi, whose body lay vulnerable and exposed. Without hesitation, he advanced, his fist a vessel of unstoppable force. When it connected with Wang Long's, the earth itself seemed to shudder. Mountains quaked, dust rose in clouds, and the sheer impact forced Wang Long backward, his hand tingling, shock etched across his face. How is this possible?" he gasped. A rank 4 martial lord, humbled by a rank 2, bewildered and enraged. The truth struck Wang Long in a cold, sharp clarity. This adversary was no ordinary man. Yet the sight before him, the irresistible cries of Lan Xi, still stirred his base desires. Ignoring the fear that prickled his spine, he drew forth a mastered elite armament, its edge gleaming with lethal intent. He leaped forward, a storm of wrath and lust swearing vengeance. A Buddha or a demon, it mattered not. None would deter him. Chu Feng's response was unflinching. He raised a palm, channeling his boundless martial power into a hammer of pure force. The collision with Wang Long's elite weapon echoed like thunder, hurling the taller martial lord backward once more. Though Wang Long's realm was higher, his mastery shallow, his foundation unstable. He could not contend with Chu Feng's precision and inner strength. Chu Feng's mind, sharp and resolute, weighed his next actions. Revenge called, yet Lan Xi's peril screamed louder. Poison, vile and potent, coursed through her veins. Delay would be death. With determination, he spared Wang Long for now, and lifted Lan Xi into his arms. In a series of rapid, fluid movements, he vanished from sight, leaving only the chaos behind. Wang Long seethed, fury consuming him, yet the broken armament and the bleeding palm were grim reminders of this stranger's power. "Who is he muttered, brows knitted in disbelief. "Why has such a terrifying force entered the Millennium Ancient City?" Meanwhile, Chu Feng's flight was a blur. In his embrace, Lan Xi burned with feverish heat, her actions unrestrained, her body trembling with the influence of the poison. His heart raced. He had studied such drugs, known the horrors they could inflict. If left unchecked, her dantian and source energy would erupt violently, ending her life. Immediate action was imperative. Halting his motion, Chu Feng summoned a concealment formation beneath them, weaving it seamlessly with a chilling formation. The biting cold seared the air, forcing Lan Xi's consciousness to resist the intoxicating effects of the poison. With careful hands, he administered an antidote, refined and potent, designed for such dire circumstances, an elixir of precision and life-saving power. Lan Xi writhed, her will overwhelmed by the drug's influence, resisting and yet betraying her body's desires. She pressed against him, hands wandering in chaotic need, oblivious to the peril that threatened her. Chu Feng's voice, strained yet commanding, pierced through the haze. Lan Xi, stay alert, fight it. But her struggles, as alluring as they were driven by life-threatening compulsion, leaving him with no choice but to enforce the cure. Every touch a battle of life and lust. Every moment a delicate balance between salvation and surrender. The night air trembled around them, charged with martial energy, desperation, and the violent pulse of forbidden passion. In that crucible of chaos, Chu Feng and Lan Xi's fates intertwined, their struggle a testament to the perilous, merciless, and intoxicating world of the martial realm. The city, the mountains, the wind itself seemed to hold its breath, watching the unfolding of the legend.